Let's come to the third subject. And what was our third subject? It was Ismaili concept. What is Ismaili Tariqa? What is our concept of birth and rebirth, Janam, reincarnation, or whatever you wanted to call it? Our concept is Inna Allaha wa inna ilahi raji'un. We are from Imam, we are from Allah, and we will return back to Imam, we will return back to Allah. हम रोजाना दुआ मांगते हैं. Every day we wish to be Fanafi Imam. Why are we conflicted? In one side we say that we are from a single soul, Nafsun Wahida, of the Imam. And we have come from Imam, we will return back to Imam. Imam is Wakulla Shahina Sanafi, Imam Mubin. And then from other side, we talk about reincarnation and rebirth and animal and human. Why are we conflicted? So let's look at the concept of Ismaili Tariqa and concept of Darja ba Darja. Imam ka farman aapne padh liya, aapke samne hai, you have seen it, you have read it, and you heard me repeating again and again. So can you go ahead and give me the clock so we can understand what is this step by step Darja ba Darja. While she's pulling that clock, I have one more Quranic ayat. So before and during, while we are looking at this clock, we have the Farman reference. I want to give you a Quran reference. And that is Surah 70, Surah Al-Marij, the Surah of the steps, Surah of the ladder, Surah of the ranks. And this Surah reads that Allah is the Lord, the Master of the ladder, of the ranks. And this ladder, these ranks, these darja are in a day equal to 50,000 years. Okay. So आज हम इस्माइली तरीके को, इस्माइली रूह की जर्नी को, today we are going to learn and understand the journey of our soul from the half clock on the right side of the clock. Because we are already born as human, as Ismaili, as the follower of the Imam. We have the Quran, we have the Farman, and we have the knowledge to understand the ranks. So you see, if you pay close attention to this clock, at number 6 there is a line, a straight line between 12 and 6. Number 12 represents the oneness of Allah, and the 6 represent this world, dunya. And then you see another line, a linear line between 9 and 3. 2 lines, and we will see why I have drawn these 2 lines. A linear line between 9 and 3 and a vertical line between 6 and 12, between dunya and deen, dunya and oneness. All of us, regardless of Ismaili, regardless of Muslim, regardless of people of the book, regardless of any religion, even atheists. All the humans, we are just talking about humans here. All the humans are born on number 6. They are all at the one single platform, and that is of number 6. If we remember that we were talking about do not judge anyone, and we were talking about those children who are born sick. Do not judge other religion either. Do not judge people without the religion. Do not judge people who are not Muslim. Do not judge people who are not Ismailis. Because in the eye of Allah, we are born with one single soul of Imam. Listen to me careful. We are born with one single soul of Imam as human. If you judge anyone, you are judging Imam, an Imam's soul. Do not get yourself involved in this sin. Do not judge. Kisko yaad hai ye farman? Who remember this farman? Ask yourself. Where Imam says, do not gossip about other religion. Do not judge other religion. Do not gossip about your brother and sister in religion. और अपने भाई बहनों की गिला गिबत ना करें. Do not judge them. Do not talk about them. Because what Imam says, we are all born with one single soul, nafsun waida, the soul of Allah. When we judge, we are judging the Imam. How can we commit this sin? No, we cannot. We cannot. Then why do we do that? Lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, not having the true knowledge of the Imam. Information? Oh my God. We have so much information, we don't know what to do with it. I'm not talking about information, my brothers and sisters. The lack of true knowledge is the reason for us to do things that we cannot even think that those are sin. Let's not get involved in that. Number 6, we are all at the same level. And in our tariqah, because we don't think on linear line nor on vertical line, our journey is in a circle, in a complete circle. And this clock represents the journey of our soul. And today we will talk about the half of the journey on the right side of our soul. So we are all at the level number 6. You all remember me giving an example one time of all of us before we came to this world. We were at the ALWAAZ, in the universe or the world of particle. And at that time we were asked, and we agreed to come down to this earth in whatever form. And when I say form, I'm talking about human form. Regardless of atheists, regardless of people of the book, regardless of Muslim, not Muslim, regardless of Ismaili, not Ismaili. We all agreed, and we have come down with our own will. And I'm going to give you another example today. You guys were watching a movie yesterday. You saw in that movie what? You saw a lot of actors. Some were hero, heroine, side actor, small part, big part, all kind of actors. When they sign up for that movie, they all agreed to do their part, and they will do their part according to the agreement, according to their understanding. We all have come down on in this world with our free will, according to what we had agreed upon. So now we're going to just talk about our tariqah. So we all agreed that we will come in a human form, we will be born in Ismaili tariqah, and we will follow the Imam of the time. So, but when we come over here, we forget. We forget the contract between us and Allah, between us and the Imam, the conversation that had taken place. How do we remember that conversation? Because if we read the Farman and understand Farman, and in Farman, Imam talks about Ginan and Quran. If we read the Ginan and understand the Ginan, if we read the Quran and understand the Quran, if we read the books of our dais and the talimat of our tariqah, then it will remind us the purpose of our life. And what was the purpose of our life? To become one with Imam again. The recognition of Imam. That was the purpose. I agree, we don't remember today. But there are things that can remind us if we pay attention to it. If we are willing to read and learn and listen. Acha. Let's come back to this clock. So, at the number 6, we are all equal in the eye of Allah. Why would I say we are all equal in the eye of Allah? Shouldn't we be special because we are Ismailis with a living Imam? Shouldn't we not be special? We can be. We can be if we follow the Imam in the way we had promised. We can be, but only if we follow. So if we do not read, we do not understand, we do not follow, or we do not want to do our work, and we don't want to follow the contract, the bond, the bayat, the promise, and if we die, where will we go? That is the question, right? Where will we go? If we believe in Imam's mercy and we believe in Imam's rahmat, that he is Rahman and Rahim, he will push us, not reward us. Listen to my word carefully today, because I am using the precise word. He will push us to number 5. Darja, Pehla Darja, first rank, first Jannat. He will push us to number 5. But there are two kinds of Ismaili. One, that Imam with his mercy will push him to number 5, and others who will work hard and will earn the reward, the pleasure, the happiness of the Imam, and Imam willfully, gladly, with the pleasure, will take us to level 5. The first one, they will go to level 5 after they die, and only because rest of the Jamaat, the family and the friend and Imam's dua ashish push them, literally push them to number 5. They did not earn. They did not earn, unfortunately. But those who work hard in this lifetime, they don't have to die. They already be on number 5 today. वो आज ही 5 नंबर की सीढ़ी पर खड़े हो गए. And they will be on the first heaven today. Remember those 2 references? I did not give those 2 references just to pass some time. Remember those 2 references. The Jannat will be brought near you, and you will have the recognition of the paradise before you die. किसकी बात कर रहे हैं हम? उन मोमिनों की कि जिसको मौला ने अपनी रहमत से पुश किया, जिसको जमात ने अपनी सलवातों से पुश किया. Or those who worked hard, who followed Imam's farman, who did honest ibadat and recognized the paradise within this lifetime. Within this lifetime. Remember those 2 references. Okay. Then from number 5 to number 4, darja ba darja. कौन सी रूह दर्जा ब दर्जा ऊपर जाएंगी? Which soul will go step by step higher and higher? Do we remember Imam's Farman, or have we already forgotten? इल्म वाली रूह दर्जा ब दर्जा ऊपर जाएंगी. The soul with the true knowledge of Imam will increase their ranks step by step. So 5 number से 4 number, from 5 to 4, the journey between 5 to 4. Those soul will take 2 kind of soul again. One who was pushed to number 5, and those who went to number 5 willingly, gladly. Imam asked them to come to this heaven, to number 5. Now, everything I'm going to say from now on, one cannot have this knowledge. One cannot have this knowledge from the book. From the book. This knowledge is not possible without the Arif-e-Kamil wa Mukammal, Imam-e-Zaman. Without the true knowledge, this cannot be possible. This understanding cannot be possible. Those souls who had gone 5 willingly, I'm talking about those Ismailis who had gone there willingly, and those souls which were pushed toward number 5, those Ismailis will take all of those souls from number 5 and take them and push them toward number 4. Again, the key word, they will be given the knowledge, they will be given the chance to do ibadat, and they will have the recommendation, a push from those brothers and sisters who had gone there willingly. तो वो अपने साथ उन तमाम रूहों को, with them, they will take all of those souls and take them to number 4, second paradise. दर्जा ब दर्जा ऊपर. You will say, Aziz Ba, can you give us a proof that a mu'min, the poor garib mu'min like us, we can take some other souls, some other brothers and sisters, other humans with us from 5 to 4? Can we do that? I know it must be very surprising. I'm not saying this. Listen to Imam's Farman. You can become like Pir Shams. You can become like Pir Sadruddin. If you can become like Pir Sadruddin, didn't Pir Sadruddin take Anand Korori, unlimited soul, with him? Did he not? And if you become like Pir Sadruddin, would you not be able to do what Pir Sadruddin had done? You can become like Pir Sadruddin. That is Imam's Farman. I'm not saying anything you are listening to is not mine. It's not mine. I'm talking with the reference of the Farman or the Quran or the Ginan. Again, two souls on the level 4. Those who were gone from number 6 to 5, willingly or unwillingly, and then those who were pushed to number 4, and those who had worked hard and willingly following the Imam's Farman and have reached to number 4. Again, they are still living. They are amongst us. They are still alive. But they have reached the level number 4 today. Living. I'm not talking about dead people. So two kind of people will reach to number 4. Those who will be pushed after they have died, and those who are living and who have worked hard to reach darja ba darja with the true knowledge to level 4. Then comes level 3. You see that linear line on number 3? There is a reason for number 3. There are 2 stages. One under line number 3 and one above the line number 3. Meaning this Jannat, this Darja, this rank has 2 platforms, 2 stages. Or we can say, just for our understanding, the earth of the heaven, the Zameen of the heaven, and Asman of the heaven, the above the Zameen. There will be 2 kind of people. One who will be pushed from 4 into 3. Because of those souls, those Mu'mineen, and our Dais, our Hujjatan, our Peers' recommendation, they will be pushed from 4 to 3. Let's take a couple of examples at this point, because this is very important stage here. Very important stage. Most important stage between 4 and 3. Let's talk about 3 kind of people now. 3 kind of people. One who were pushed to 5, and those who had earned number 5. Both of them going to number 4. One who were pushed to number 4. One who were pushed to, who went there willingly, earning the reward to be at number 4. But now we're going to talk about 3 kind of people. Let's say that some Mu'mineen willingly have earned and reached to number 4 within this life, and then they die. And those who did not do anything, afterward they were given a chance to do ibadat, given a chance to learn, and they were pushed to number 4. But now we're going to talk about number 3 kind of Mu'mineen. And I refer to them as Hujjatan, Dais, and Peers. Those higher souls who will be at number 4 to do your sifarish, recommendation for you, to push you toward number 3. And when all of those souls reach to number 3, half of them who had not earned the level 3, they will be on the zameen, on the bottom of the line, under the number 3. And I will tell you until when. How long would they stay under the line? But those who had earned the follow, the reward, they will be at the top of number 3. And let's talk about what's going to happen at the top of number 3 and what's going to happen at the under number 3, the bottom level of number 3. Those who have reached number 3 now but are still under the line, even at the level number 3 in this heaven, they will not have the didar of the nur. They will not have the didar of the nur. But those who are on the top of the line will receive the didar of the nur, the didar of the imam at this point. You see why this number 3 and this line is so important? Because at this level, there will be some, and the language I use, catch my words. You have to catch the words. The vocabulary I'm using is there for your understanding, for you to catch. Those who are at the level of Da'i, Hujjatan and Peers will be at the above the line number 3, and others will be at the line under the 3. Alright. So what's going to happen to those who are under the line number 3? Will Imam will leave them there? No. 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 We must have trust in Imam on his mercy. And remember, at this point, at this junction, who do we have with us? We have Pir Sadruddin. We have our Hujjatan. We have our Dais with us now. They will do the recommendation. आप बोलेंगे अजीज भाई, हमको तो रेफरेंस चाहिए. हमको रेफरेंस चाहिए कि कहीं लिखा हुआ है कि कोई खुदा के हुजूर में सिफारिश कर सकता है? Yes. Yes. You already know the Farman. The Pir Sadruddin have taken Anand Karori with them. Reference from the Quran. Surah number 2. Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah number 2. Ayat number 255. Ayat Kursi. Ayat of the throne. Go right in the middle of that ayat, and you will see that who will intercede. कौन सिफारिश करेगा? But those who would have permission from Allah. जिसके पास खुदा का अमर होगा, जिसके पास अमर होगा, जिसके पास खुदा का इज़्न होगा, जिसके पास खुदा का फरमान होगा, those will be able to intercede. They will be able to do sifarish, recommendation. They will be able to push those who are left under the number 3 to the top of number 3. But while they are under 3, they will have to do 2 things. They will have to do a little bit more ibadat, a little bit more ilm, recognition of the Imam. Once they have that talim, they will be pushed to top of number 3. At this point, they will be free. What does it mean they will be free? Up until they were at the 4, 5 and 6. Remember Imam's Farman? Even the heaven is the jail cell. They were in heaven, but like a jail cell. number 3 and the top of number 3. Still a heaven, still a paradise, but the paradise of the freedom. What happened at this point? Why did they get the freedom? Usko nijat kyun mili? Azadi kyun mili? What? Due to the didar of the Imam, due to the recognition of the Imam, due to the nur. And one of the example I used to give in REC center to the children, क्योंकि बच्चों को बच्चों की तरह सिखाना होता है ना. Take the example of a school or a jail. Take the example of a jail, a prison. All of the people in the prison, are they free? No, they are not free. But what about the warden? What about the jail keeper? What about all those policemen and the marshals? They are also in the jail within that 4 boundary. Are they free or are they not free? Are they equivalent to the prisoner or are they not equivalent to the prisoner? They are not, right? Do you see how logical our tariqah is? If you have not earned the freedom, if you have not received the recognition, the didar of the Imam and the nur, even paradise is like a jail cell. Now, why do I call number 3 very important junction? Because journey between 3 and on the top of the 3 to number 1 is very, very fast. Why is this journey faster than before? Remember, I call this journey a journey of 50,000 years. That's a long time. That's a long time. But the most of the time is taken between 6 and the 5 and 5 and the 4 and the 4 and the 3. Most of the time is taken at this quarter of the circle. After you reach number 3 and the top of number 3, with the didar of the nur and the recognition of the Imam, your journey is much faster now. Much faster. And you will get to level 2. Level 2. What is level 2? Up until this point, you are still you and Imam is Imam. And I'll give you the example. After receiving the nur and the recognition, the didar of the Imam, excuse me, you have become a farishta, an angel. Now your travel, your journey is with prophets, with peers and dais, and even with Imam. But as to you, an angel, and peer, prophets, and Imam. 2. And let me give you an example. Do we all remember the journey of Prophet Muhammad when he went to the Miraj? What is Miraj? What is Miraj? The Miraj is the higher level of number 3, and then he went to number 2. Up until number 2, he had Jibril with him. Do we remember that? He had Jibril with him. And what did he say to Jibril at that point? That, oh my brother, oh my friend, I cannot go with you or as to above this level. And most of the Muslims who read this part, and most of the Ismailis, I would say, also falls into this understanding that Jibril returned back and Muhammad went further. Am I right in my assumption? Am I right in my assumption that most of us also think that? That is not correct. That is another ill concept due to lack of knowledge. In the Peer, the Prophet, and the Jibril, and in this case, you, an angel, you will become one with the Prophet. You will become one with the Peer. And as a single soul, you will go into the level of number one. You cannot go there as number two. You cannot. Because that is the place of one. And at the one, you have to be one. You cannot be two. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Read between the line. Read between the line. Pay attention to the vocabulary, to the words I'm using. The one, we call it in our Ismaili tariqa, Fana fi Imam. I get those questions sometime. When we will become Fana fi Imam? How do I explain this to them? Unless they understand the concept of Ismaili tariqa, unless they understand the concept of darja ba darja, step by step, letter by letter. Number one is what we call in our tariqa Fana fi Imam. And at that point you cannot be two, you have to be one. अब यहाँ पर हम फना हो गए इमाम के अंदर, इमाम के नूर में, इमाम की जन्नत में हम एक हो गए. यहाँ पर आपने नोट किया, मैंने दो वोकैबुलरी यूज की, इमाम के नूर में, इमाम की जन्नत में, क्योंकि ये सबसे ऊपर की जन्नत है, आज़ादी की जन्नत है, निजात की जन्नत है, फनाफी इमाम की जन्नत है, नूर की जन्नत है. And we become one with the Imam at this point. Fanafi Imam. Before I tell you about number 12, I wanted to say something. And please, pay attention. Do not make me repeat what I'm about to say to you. Without the true knowledge of आरिफ़े कामिल मुकम्मल इमाम ज़मान, this is not possible. It's not possible. Someone asked me, and not one time but many times, कि हम कब इमाम में फना हो गए? When can we become one with Imam, Fanafi Imam? So one time, and I know all of you guys see me as very much with the patience. I listen to everyone very quietly and with lot of sabr wa shukr. But this one person, I don't know why. Maybe because he called himself a teacher or an alim or something. I don't know, whatever he was calling himself. He was keep saying it. Fanafi Imam ho jaunga. I wanted to be one with the Imam. Fanafi Imam ho jaunga. And I said, and very childish, to me, in my view, this was very childish thing. I said, Mera bhai, or my brother, what will you do after you become one with Imam? And you should see him. He was like a balloon without the air. जिस तरह से गुब्बारे में से हवा निकल जाती है ना, if you poke on a balloon, what will happen to balloon? He became quiet. He could not say a single word after that. I said, what happened to you, my brother? He said, I never even thought about it after that. He thought, once we become Fanafi Imam, that is it. That's the end of the journey. What else is there? I said, it is due to the lack of knowledge. Which knowledge? All of you know today. The true knowledge of the Imam. If we did not have Arif Kamil Mukammal, Imam Zaman, we will never ever be able to understand any of this. Any of this. After number one, you actually go to Alam-e-Lahut. Alam-e-Lahut, the place of oneness, the place of the Noor-e-Mujarrad, the pure abstract Noor. And that status is not called Fanafi Imam. It's called Baka Bi Allah. Baka Bi Allah, become alive in oneness. Write it down. Become alive in oneness. Baka Bi Allah. That is what I'm talking about, the true knowledge. And we are not done yet. Let's come to the second clock. There are 4 clocks. We just crossed one journey. A simple journey of the soul. Let's come to the next journey. What do you see different in this clock compared to the first clock? Here we are talking about journey of the 3 people. Remember we talked about 3 people before? And I ask everyone to pay attention to the vocabulary. This clock represents journey of the 3 people. This big arrow shows the journey of the soul who does not do anything. They are pushed and pushed and pushed. They need our prayers, and our prayers. Second arrow, under the line number 3, are the Mu'mineen, poor and Garib Mu'mineen like us, who do pay attention to the knowledge, who do work hard, who does the ibadat and reach within this life. But let's say, for whatever reason, did not receive the didar of the Imam. For whatever reason. But they did reach to the 3rd level, the 3rd rank. But they were under the line of number 3. And the left arrow, which is pointing toward the above the line number 3, is representing whom? याद है आपको? Dais, Peers and Hujjatan. वो उसको represent करता है. These are the 3 souls which were originally at level number 6. हम सब की journey, all of us, started from one single point at the number 6. We all started from same point. Some took the longer route of 50,000 years. Some took a shorter route of 25,000 or 100 years. And some, like Pir Sadruddin, like our Dais and Hujjatan, they took even shorter life. And within their lifetime, in short time, in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 6 year, 7 year, whatever you wanted to call it, I will leave that to you. they reach to the didar of the Imam above the number 3. Does everybody understand this clock? If yes, let's go to number 3 clock number 3. What do you see here? What is the difference between this arrow and that arrow? This one reflects those souls of higher ranking mu'mineens, the Peer, Dais and Hujjatan. So they come to this world at number 6. They do not take the longer route. First, while they are in this life, they cross number 3 and receive the didar. And what happens after the didar? We all remember? The journey is very, very fast. And then they go to straight from 3 to 12. From 3 to 12 at the level of oneness. At the level of oneness. Those are the journey of those higher souls. Can we be one of them? Of course, 100%. Of course, 100% we can be one of them too. If we do what Imam asks us to do. With the right concept, with the right understanding, with the correct and the true knowledge of the Imam, just like Pir Sadruddin, just like Shams, just like Isa, Imam says you can become an angel. And when do you become an angel? At the level of 3 and above. And Mullah says you can go even higher than that. If anybody who does not have this Farman, ask, find that Farman, read that Farman, believe that Farman, practice that Farman. So this clock represents those who have reached to number 3 and above in this lifetime, an example of Dais and Peers, and then from 3 they go directly to number 12 at the level of oneness. Let's move to clock number 4 and see what do we see. Okay, so in this chart, what we are showing in this chart is it is 100% possible for a human, for a mu'min, for someone like Pir Sadruddin, for someone, a mu'min like Shams, a mu'min like Mansur, mu'min like Isa. They don't take any journey of 50,000 years, but within their lifetime. Now one key word here, within their lifetime, without dying, they can go from 6 to 12 and become one with the nur of the Imam at the level of oneness. At the level of oneness. Who are we talking about? Imam-e-Zaman. Who are we talking about? Arif-e-Kamil wa Mukammal. Who are we talking about? Those higher ranking peers who did not die. Who did not die physically, but became one with Allah. At the level of oneness. Where is the Farman of that? Where is the Farman of that? The Farman of Fanayat. Die before you die. If you kill your carnal soul, if you follow the muta kabla anta mutu, then you can go from 6 to 12. And the last example, and then we will stop for questioning. Last example. The example of this mu'mineen, the higher souls, are that they have taken the elevator. They have taken the elevator from 6 to 12. They did not take the ladder and the steps to go around the circle. उसने सीढ़ियों के ऊपर सफर नहीं किया, उन्होंने लिफ्ट लेकर ऊपर चले गए. And the lift is called Mutu Kabla Anta Mutu. ये है lift. So I will stop here. I believe I have said it more than sufficient to put all the ill concept to rest. We should not have any doubts in our hearts and mind that we are Ismaili and we should be following Ismaili tariqa, not of any other tariqa, inshallah. The floor for questioning.